My challenge was to cook a delicious meal for 12 for my niece's family that accommodated different dietary constraints, such as no gluten, no meat, no dairy, as well as being something that would be satisfying to people who are used to eating very meaty dishes. I chose for this challenge to use Peruvian food and create a Peruvian tapas feast because I felt that that food would have delicious, rich flavors that I could also transform to accommodate these diets. We're going to have 4 courses. The first is a quinoa salad, or Ensenada de quinoa. And quinoa is a food that is very central to life in Peru, and it's grown high in the Andes, and it grows under these harsh conditions, and that's why it is so healthy for us, because if it can survive, we take all of that and consume it, and it helps us be strong. I use 2 kinds of quinoa. I use the white quinoa, and it has some spicy pepper in there, and cilantro, and lima beans, and then a red quinoa. So I'm going to put half and half to make it look pretty. And it is with chopped tomatoes and onions, and it's on a bed of avocado, and on the side is a tomatillo crude, which is usually made with gooseberry. You cannot really find that here, so where I tried to be as authentic as possible, and where I couldn't, I tried to find the closest substitute. So please enjoy. For the second course, we are having ceviche made with cod and tilapia. This one is made with what they call tiger's milk, which is a lime juice, and I use 2 different kinds of peppers, a ricotta and an ají amarillo, which is a yellow pepper. This fish I'm also serving with diced sweet potato, and then topping it with thinly sliced red onion. This third course that we are having has been quite a challenge. It was a real adventure for me because traditionally this pastel de choclo is made with meat, and the cake part of it has a lot of dairy in it. This is a corn cake made with choclo, which is a Peruvian corn that has very large kernels, or what they call teeth. They're like the size of my thumbnail, and it's a white corn. And so I used this corn. I went on a lot of adventures to find it, and I eventually did. So I used this corn to make the dough, or the corn cake part of the meal. And instead of using beef, I used lentils, and I just added some more of the flavorings that the beef dish would have had to compensate for not having the flavor that beef would give. So we have this corn cake, and it's topped with a little bit of anise. And to go along with it, we have a Maria Sangrienta, which is essentially a Bloody Mary with pisco. But using the ricotta and the ají amarillo to spice it up.
I like that. Okay.
Our fourth course is dessert. It's our last course for the evening, and it is completely gluten-free, completely sugar-free, completely dairy-free. And I put a few things together that I thought we would enjoy. We have the piña colada mousse that I topped with a chocolate mousse. Alongside of that, we have a picarone. And the picarone is a traditional street food. It is a sweet potato pumpkin donut. These are being cooked in coconut oil, and they're puffing up the way we want them to puff up. They're turning a nice golden brown. And these are going to go with our pina colada mousse. This picarone is topped with a syrup that instead of using sugar, I used cassava as a sweetener, and I put in all the spices like star anise and clove and cinnamon to make it, and simmered it down, and it's cooked with the skin of a pineapple and the skin of the orange, and I also added carob and then a black onyx chocolate as it was drizzled over the donut. In the little cups we have the pina colada mousse, topped with the chocolate mousse. The chocolate mousse isn't Peruvian, I love chocolate. So we eat it.